Well, that'll keep him guessing.
Keep who guessing?
Listen to this. His new plan, born of an idea he'd had earlier, gave birth to a second thought. The conception was devilish, and the scheme now had twin purposes. He labored through the night, and by dawn had got farther than he'd ever hoped. What do you think of that?
Sounds to me like he's having a baby.
Why is it you two girls put a sexual connotation on everything I say?
Sexual connotation?
Yes, a sexual connotation.
Uncle, that's a load of old...
Exactly.
It says here that a man has created a new world record by hanging upside down for 38 hours and 42 minutes.
That should make the blood run to his head.
No, to his feet.
His feet?
He did it in England.
Yeah. Very funny. Wait a minute, I've got a book in there that will help you over this.
Back home, Anna and Karen used to have their morning coffee in the morning room.
And did they have their afternoon tea in the afternoon room?
Now, come along. I prepared 11s on the terrace, and that's where you should be drinking it.
Actually, we're finished anyway, Nan. We're going to take the dogs for a walk. Come on, Sue.
Oh, dear me.
Nanny, where's my cup of coffee?
In the sink, Mr. Patrick, where it belongs.
In the sink?
Well, it was probably cold anyway.
Well, I would have liked the opportunity of finding out, Nanny. I mean, one doesn't sit down. What are you doing with my work?
Taking it to the study where it belongs.
Nanny, if my coffee is in the sink where it belongs and you're taking my work to the study where it belongs, would you care to put me where I belong?
Naughty, naughty, Mr. Patrick. It's just that I've got a lot of things to do today, and I feel I get through my jobs much more quickly if the house were, shall we say, well,
Empty?
well, this part of it, at any rate.
Oh, well, if that's the way you feel about it, Nanny, I shall forego my work. Instead, I shall go, as they say in this country, walkabout.
You walk about?
Yes. I shall probably walk about 4 miles and come back in a state of collapse. In which case, I shall be able to go up to my bed, where I belong.
It's different. It's not the same. Is there something I could do?
Well, in a way you can, and in a way you can't.
Well, let's try in the way I can.
Well, we used to live here when we were little girls. Well, not exactly here, but in the house that stood here before this one was built.
Oh, I see. Well, we've been away for a very long time, and we didn't realize how much everything's changed.
Well, would you like to come in for a moment?
You're very kind.
Come along, do come in. Please sit down.
Thank you. Oh, it's lovely. Are you the lady of the house?
Well, I suppose you could say that at the moment.
Oh, dear. You don't mean you're thinking of getting a divorce?
A divorce? I'm not even married.
Well, it's nice to hear someone admit it, isn't it, Gladys?
Oh, yes. There are so many people these days going about trying to be something they're not.
Yes. Well, I'm sure this house must seem very different from the old house.
Oh, yes. You've probably got a bathroom now.
Yes, we have.
Oh, we didn't. We used to have a tin bath in front of the fire, and we all used to stand in it and have a wash down.
Well, it's nice to think that some things have changed for the better.
Oh, yes. But they were good days, and we lived here right up till the time we left home and went abroad. We were on the stage, you know. I called myself Twinkle.
How nice.
Yes, we were a sister act, the Polly Sisters. Mind you, that was well before your time.
Oh, and what made you decide to come back?
Oh, we've come on a sentimental journey, a last fling, so to speak.
Yes, that's where it all happened all those years ago. But we want to keep it a secret.
You mean that you were born here?
Oh, no, that we're back. You see, some people might get a bit upset.
Well, why should they get upset?
Well, we were giddy girls in our day. Oh, nothing wrong, of course. But we had lots of admirers, and we know quite a few secrets, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I think I know what you mean.
And it's funny, someone once said, the way you two go on, one day the house will fall down.
And apparently it did. Mind you, we made the roof rattle a few times.
Yes, what with all the parties and all that. But that was in the days when we could get our legs up on the mantelpiece.
Yes, and that surprised a few people. We couldn't do it now, you know.
No. Well, anyway, we haven't got a mantelpiece.
Well, there's hardly any point. It's funny, though, as soon as young men realized that we were acrobats, they were round here like flies round a jam pot. And they used to shout out stupid things like, "Put your head between your legs and whistle Mother McCree."
Strange people around these days.
Yes, and we met them all.
But I'm sure it was fun while it lasted.
Oh, yes, we wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Well, now, would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, no, thank you. You're very kind, but we must be off now.
Oh, what a shame.
We're only here for a couple of days, and we have some business to attend to.
Yes, you've been very kind. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It's been lovely.
And I hope everything works out well for both of you.
Yes, and we hope you sort out your little problem. It's a man friend.
Oh, not that's any of our business, but if he should ask you to marry him, I'd say yes. Goodbye.
My dearest Twinkle, how delightful it was to see you again last night. Oh, dear.
Nanny!
Yes, Mr. Patrick?
Oh, there you are. And have you had a good day in the empty house?
Well, an unusual day.
Unusual?
I mean, just an ordinary unusual day.
And what exactly is an ordinary unusual day?
Just an ordinary, unusual day.
I wish I'd never asked.
That's all right, Mr. Patrick.
Don't you want to know about my walkabout?
About your walkabout?
Yes. I went and had a look at Sydney Harbour Bridge. Twice.
It's still there, then?
Yes, Nanny. They moved it a few yards to the right over the weekend. But it's still there.
Some people can't leave things alone.
Nanny, you all right?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Patrick.
You don't feel you'd like to go and have a little lie down?
No, I'm quite all right, thank you.
Well, if you feel any dizzy spells coming on, I shall be in the study. Where I belong.
There are so many things I have to say to you, but first, thank you for the rabbit. It was lovely. Oh, dear.
Stay there, G.K. Hello, Nanny. Everything all right?
Yes, thank you, dear. Everything's fine.
Have you got something in your eye, Nan?
No, it's just a little bit of dust. I've got some eye lotion in the bathroom. I'll just go up and bathe it.
Strange.
I had a feeling she'd be looking at something in the desk.
I can't think what.
Oh, I don't think she had dust in her eye. She looked a bit upset to me. It's a bundle of letters.
Who are they addressed to?
It doesn't say. It just says, Dear Twinkle.
Twinkle?
Dear Twinkle, the next time I see you, you're in for a big surprise.
Lucky for some.
Shh. I hope that one day you will say yes, and I will whisk you away on my magic carpet.
Sounds like a door-to-door salesman. Don't say Sorry.
I know that I've only a small holding, but I'm hoping for bigger things.
What a load of nonsense.
Well, I don't think I should read any more.
Why not?
Because they're obviously Nanny's love letters.
Well, there's nothing much in that one.
No, but there's some sizzling stuff in this one.
Where? What's that word mean?
I don't know, but it sounds pretty kinky. Look at that.
I know.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Oh, yes, Uncle Patrick.
Yes, we were just tidying up some old
bits of paper.
Yes, we've finished now.
Yeah, in fact, we were just thinking of going and tidying up our bedrooms, weren't we, Liz?
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Oh, well, don't let me stop you.
Yes. I mean, no.
No, yes.
Come on, Liz.
My dear little Twinkle, sorry to hear that you were on your back again last week. Mind you, I'm not surprised, considering some of the positions you get into. And I have to admit that I still go all funny when I see you wrap your legs around the back of your neck. I always have a fear that one day you're going to snap something. I wish that you could marry me so that I could straighten you out. Give your sister my regards and tell her that if you ever decide to split up the partnership, I know someone who is prepared to make her a very good offer. Yours in haste, Pickles. The swine! But which one?
Mr. Patrick, you ready for some breakfast now?
No, thank you, Nanny. I really couldn't get a thing past my lips.
Oh, dear, do you think you're sickening for something?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I'd better give you some castor oil.
Nanny,
Yes, Mr. Patrick?
can you recall if either of the girls have complained of a bad back?
I don't think so. Why?
Oh, no, I was just wondering, that's all.
No, they're both perfectly fit as far as I know.
Nanny,
Yes, Mr. Patrick?
have you ever heard either of them discussing pickles?
I don't think I've ever seen either of them eating pickles. Why do you ask?
Oh, you know, it doesn't matter. It's all a matter of taste, really, isn't it? Some people go mad on pickles, and other people can do without them.
Yes, I suppose you're right, Mr. Patrick. Would you like me to ask them?
No. I wouldn't want them to get a thing about it. I mean, you can either take them or leave them.
How can you get a thing about them?
Honestly, Nanny, it doesn't matter.
Mr. Patrick, are you sure you're all right?
Yes, Nanny. You know me. I get these silly ideas from time to time.
Oh, would you like a tonic?
No, Nanny, I am all right, really.
Well, if you say so.
Nanny,
Yes, Mr. Patrick?
I know this may sound very silly, but are either of the girls double-jointed?
Double-jointed?
I mean, you haven't ever seen one of them with her foot behind her neck, have you?
No, Mr. Patrick, and I'm sure I would have noticed.
Yes, I suppose you would, yes.
Mr. Patrick, are you sure you wouldn't like me to send for the doctor?
No, Nanny, I am perfectly all right. You just carry on as normal.
Yes, Mr. Patrick, but in this house, what is normal?
You know, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I just lay there thinking about it.
It must be the weather.
What's the weather got to do with it?
Oh, I don't know.
I've got this strange feeling.
Well, go on. This sounds good.
Not that. About Nanny's love letters.
What about them?
Well, you know how Uncle Patrick and Nanny always seem to get on so well?
You're not trying to tell me that Uncle Patrick's pickles.
Why not?
You'd be writing love letters to Nanny when they live in the same house.
What about before?
Before what?
Well, they haven't always been together.
You mean the letters could have been written before Nanny became Nanny?
Why not? It's possible.
It takes a bit of believing. I mean, I can't really see Uncle Patrick as a pickles. And although Nanny's very nice, I don't see her as a Twinkle.
Maybe not, but wouldn't it be interesting to find out? Oh, hello, Nanny.
Hello, dear.
How's Uncle Patrick this morning?
Well, a little strange to say the least of it. You two ought to be upstairs making your beds.
Oh, by the way, Nance, are there any,
Yes?
are there any pickles in the house? Yes, you know, pickle-type pickles.
Why?
Oh, it's not important. I can take them or leave them.
That's strange.
What's strange,
Oh,
Nanny?
it's nothing, dear.
Well, it can't be strange if it's nothing.
Well, just for one moment it reminded me of your Uncle Patrick. Beds.
Beds.
Nanny, I think that perhaps after all, I could force down a cup of... Nanny, where is everyone?
Oi!
Who's that?
It's only me.
What do you mean it's only you? Who are you? What do you want?
It doesn't matter. Are they about?
Who about?
You know.
Do I?
Yes. The sisters.
Oh, you mean...
That's right. Yes, yes. I thought I'd find them here today.
You're not selling anything, are you?
Oh, it's the other way around. One of them's got something I want.
Really?
Yeah. And the sooner I get it, the happier I'll be.
Well, I'll tell them you're here. Why don't you sit down?
Oh, thank you.
And who shall I say is calling?
Oh, it doesn't matter about the name. Just say Pickles is here.
The Pickles who wrote those letters?
Yes.
You swine!
Oh, steady on.
You're old enough to be their grandfather.
What are you talking about?
How you've got the effrontery to come here with one foot in the grave, I shall never know.
Listen, I don't know what you're on about, but I want my letters back. I don't want them stuck all over page 5 in this rag.
What do you mean all over page 5?
Well, look, read it for yourself there, look. Twinkle to reveal all.
My God. Twinkle to reveal all. Next week in this newspaper, the amazing story of Twinkle, the girl who has seen it all but has never told. Read about the enjoyable nights in a tin bath in front of the fire. Not in a tin bath. Read of the agony and ecstasy when she managed to get her leg up on the mantelpiece. Poor girl. Read from her torrid love letters, you swine.
Look, I still don't know what you're on about, but look, I want my letters back. I don't want them published.
Don't you worry, they won't be published. Now, go on, get out.
Oh, how would you like it if you were young lovers and toying with the idea of getting married?
Young lovers? Married? Go on, go away. I don't want to hear another word.
Oh, that's the trouble with people today. There's no understanding anymore.
Disgusting. They're gone.
What's the matter with him?
Can you stand a shock?
Depends what it is.
Nanny's going to reveal all.
She's going to...
Trying to reveal all her secrets.
So that's what's the matter with him.
Look, it's in the paper, and Uncle Patrick's put a ring around it.
Twinkle to reveal all.
So if Uncle Patrick knows that Nanny's Twinkle, then he must be Pickles.
Of course.
So we were right.
But we can't let Nanny ruin their love affair. Come on.
Well, they're gone.
What do we do now?
There's only one thing to do. Follow me.
You know, some of these are still damp.
Oh.
Well, if that's the case, just send him in. Come in.
Are you the editor?
Yes, I am. My name is Tyndall. Can I help you?
Yes, Mr. Tyndall. I have come to see you about Twinkle.
Twinkle. Now, would that be the cat lost in Double Bay, page 3, column 4, yesterday's edition?
No. Tin bath, legs on mantelpiece, page 1, tomorrow's edition.
I don't think we're running anything on a contortionist.
Come now, man, don't prevaricate. Twinkle, love letters.
Oh, Twinkle, those letters, yes, they could cause quite a sensation.
Exactly. And that is why I do not want them published.
So you're Pickles. It's funny, I pictured him as a much younger man.
How dare you? I am not Pickles.
Well, if you're not Pickles, who are you then? What are you doing here?
Let us just say that I am a friend of Twinkle's.
Well, if you're a friend of Twinkle's, you should realize she's mislaid the letters, and we're waiting here for her to find them and bring them back. Come in.
Oh, my God, I had hoped it wasn't really true.
It must have come as a great shock when you read about the letters being published.
I don't think I shall ever get over this.
So you're Twinkle?
Yes.
No.
Yes, no?
No.
And you're not Pickles?
Yes.
No.
Who are you?
I'm...
No.
Yes.
Come in.
Pickles.
Pickles? Pickles?
Yes, Pickles.
You're Pickles?
Yes.
And you're not Pickles?
No, Glover.
Are you Glover?
No, I'm Twinkle.
And if you're Pickles, that means it's you and Nanny.
Nanny?
Nanny?
What's Nanny got to do with it?
We thought you knew.
Knew? What?
That Nanny's Twinkle.
Nanny's Twinkle, my God.
Nanny's Twinkle?
Twinkle's a Nanny?
No. Nanny's a Twinkle. He's Twinkle.
But who the hell is Nanny?
I'm Nanny. Mr. Patrick.
Mr. Patrick.
Girls.
Girls?
What are you doing here?
We were about to ask you the same thing.
Well, it's a long story, but I've come to return some letters.
So it is true.
Oh, Nanny, how could you?
Well, I thought I was doing the right thing.
Will somebody please tell me what the hell is going on? Come in. Yeah. These two.
Pickles!
Twinkle!
So, Nanny's not.
And you're not.
But we are.
You're not. No, I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you what I am. I'm mystified.
I thought you were Mr. Tyndall.